Oh, okay. That was weird. I don't know what that was, but nevertheless, we are here. What's going on, everybody? We are live. JV Wiz, Dogon SS, appreciate you for tuning in to another live stream on the Conscious Approach channel on YouTube. Thank you for joining the community as we continue to kick this logical content. Go ahead and do your boys a big old solid. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are so inclined. We most certainly appreciate the support. Uh, excuse me, let us know what you think about the commentary in this or any other video on this channel, because we do like to engage, and we are running a cult over here. So whatever the thoughts of the people are, we certainly want to know what those thoughts are. Excuse me. Now, with those pleasantries out of the way, we'll go ahead and get things kicked off. First thing that we are going to talk about today is the Jay-Z the Jay-Z debate. Apparently, there is an internet meme, and it became so viral that it was addressed during a recent interview between Jay Z and Gayle King. And the meme revolves around whether you would choose to have dinner with Jay Z or $500,000 cash. So Gayle posed this question to Jay Z, and Jay Z gave his own response. And of course, we are going to give our 2 cents on what we think about this particular choice. But first, we'll go ahead and run the video real quick so that we can get some context here for this particular topic. So once again, it's a kind of a it's a big choice that one has to consider here. Are you going to take $500,000 cash, or are you going to take dinner with Jay Z? The idea is $500,000 is of course $500,000, but dinner with Hove can bring you infinitely more value and potential for more wealth than $500,000. So, which do you value more, the dinner date or the money itself? So here is Gayle King asking Jay Z himself what he thought about this choice.
There's something interesting online, Jay. I'd love to hear what you think about this. If you had a choice between getting paid $500,000 in cash or lunch with Jay Z,
Yeah,
which would you choose?
you gotta take the money. What I'm gonna say? Yeah, I mean everything that I'm gonna say.
No, only because people say, of course you take lunch with Jay Z because the wisdom that you would get from him would be so beneficial to you. There would only be a matter. You would take the money.
Yeah, because you got all that in the music for $10.99. That's a bad deal. I wouldn't tell you to cut a bad deal. Like
I don't
take
know.
the 500,000, go buy some albums and listen to the albums. It's all there. If you piece it together and really listen to the music for the words, for what it is, it's all there. Everything that I said was gonna happen. Everything that I said I wanted to do, I've done. And there's the blueprint. The blueprint, literally, to me and my life and my journey is there already.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's what Jay Z had to say about that. Jay Z says you got to take the money. Now, funny enough, another rapper chimed in on this debate. Rick Ross with his with his own thoughts on the choice that he would make given this situation. Yeah, right. Yeah. So here's what Rick Ross had to say about whether he would take the money or the dinner with Jay Z.
Rose, would you take the $500,000 or the dinner with Jay Z? I'm gonna take the dinner, and I'm gonna tell you why. In 2008, before I turned in my second album, I had a meeting with Hove. We went to lunch. Philippe Chow, Manhattan. The orange chicken on the stick with the peanut sauce was the vibe at the time. Let me cut through all the conversation. He said, Rose, verses writing to every beat you like, write to every record you can make work. He told me a quick story about Big Pimpin'. I said, okay, bet. So I went from writing one record to every 80 beats I like to writing 40 records out of every 80 beats I could make work. It took me to another level as a writer, another level as an artist. The amount of work I was putting out was next level. So you got to ask yourself, are you ready to digest the knowledge, or you just want to look at this watch at the table? Right? So I understand Hove reply. Asking Jay-Z, would you take the money up? I get it. Y'all know Hove humble. He an arrogant, humble. I get it. He thinking of a motherfucker who ain't got nothing and only gonna ask him about, yo, Hove, what it was like when Tupac did hit him up. Nigga, nobody don't want to hear that shit. So I would tell you get the money too. But if you ready to digest the knowledge that he gonna give you, I'm talking about from topic to topic, topic to topic. It's
All right, so Rick Ross is Rose is saying I'm taking the knowledge, I'm taking the dinner. And Jay-Z is like, man, you gotta take the money. Don't take dinner with me. That's a bad deal. All you gotta do is just buy my music, and there's all the wisdom that you're looking for. So where do you side on this? Are you taking the dinner, or are you taking the 500K?
Me personally, I'm taking the 500K. So that's how I'm rocking with that. But um, I didn't see that angle of it, like Ross's explanation. I didn't see that angle of it. So I guess it's just all a matter of perspective at that point. So I know as far as with um myself, I would just say, man, that I can make 500K. It's tax free, right? It's tax free 500K. Like I'm
Yeah, I'm,
I'm
I'm
not gonna.
assuming. Yeah, I'm assuming they're just giving you a suitcase full of cash. Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, I'm taking a 500K, and yeah, because I don't know what else. I don't know what Jay could tell me at the table. Like he said, that's not in his records already. You already know what principles he stands on, more or less. I mean, I guess you could get a little bit more intel, but at the end of the day, you could if you can make that 500K jump, man, then you're doing yourself better off. But like I said, Ross's angle was very unique. Well, not unique, but to hear him say that, Jay Z made him change his ways. I'm pretty sure other people could have told him that message, and he could have had 500K. But some people need to hear a message from Jay Z to make them want to do something, if that makes sense. So that's what got the battery in his back. So somebody might want that battery in their back from just going to a Jay-Z dinner for him to say, hey, 1 + 2 = 3, young man. And he's gonna go, Jay-Z told me 1 + 2 = 3. You knew that already. But hearing it from Jay might be a special type of thing for that person. So to each their own. Me, I'm taking the racks. Y'all can have all the rest. So how about you, bro? How do you feel about this? Would you take the 500K or the dinner with Hope?
Yeah, Jay Z obviously comes from a time where I had a much greater appreciation for the music than I have for it now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's my all-time favorite. He will probably remain that for the rest of my life. I'm taking the cash as well. I'm taking the 500K, and I don't even have to think twice. It's an easy decision for me because what can't like it's what Jay Z does to me when he speaks candidly. More often than not, at least for me personally, he says stuff that makes sense. And again, this is something to me that made sense. What can he tell me? Like, it, you know, if you're an aspiring artist, so like Rick Ross was saying, I'm going to take the advice.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, Rick Ross came up in the same type of tunnel Jay Z did from a hip hop standpoint, from a music standpoint.
All right.
So if you're an aspiring artist and you see yourself going down that road in order to start to build your cachet and your net worth, then perhaps because you're trying to come at it from a similar context, maybe the dinner date is worth more than the 500K, maybe. But the rap game is so crazy. Who's to say that it's a guarantee you're going to make 500K in either scenario? So it's still a tough choice, the guaranteed money or the chance at more, but you don't know because there's so many different variables and the environment is so tumultuous, it's so up and down, it's so turbulent. But nevertheless, if you're coming from the same type of environment, if you're an aspiring artist and you're trying to come up in the music game and the rap game,
Mhm.
maybe I can see that. But other than that, I'm taking the money. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the money because I'm a layman. I'm not an entertainer. I'm
Right.
not a professional athlete. I'm not a rapper. I'm a working class person with my working class knowledge of things. So I'm gonna take the 500K and I'm gonna take that money and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna talk to somebody like Warren Buffett, or I'm gonna go talk. I'll take the 500K and I'll seek out dinner with Warren Buffett, with Robert Smith, um, who else? With somebody like David Stewart. Like I'm gonna take the money and I'm gonna seek those individuals out because their bonds are diverse enough that I can look at that and say, if I make the right type of strategic investments, perhaps I can triple that 500K at some point. I'm going to talk to somebody who can help guide me and advise me on the right type of stock tips, or a good real estate investment, or a good app investment, or how to start an IT company or something like that, as in the case of somebody like David Stewart. David
Mhm.
Stewart is the third richest black man in America. For anybody who doesn't know who he is, look him up. He started Worldwide IT. So I'm gonna go to talk to people like that. I'm not necessarily going to take that sort of counsel from somebody like Jay-Z, because Jay-Z is tunnel vision. Jay-Z is worth over $1 billion now, but the foundation upon which he started to build that was a route that I'm not going to take. It's a route Rick Ross took, so I can understand why Rick Ross feels the way he took. But I'm not a rapper. I'm not an artist. I'm not coming into money in a lightning in a bottle fashion the way entertainers and pro athletes do. I'm going to have to make strategic investments, and I'm going to have to, invest in the right people and in the right resources. And when you're talking about the business world, from someone such as myself who's a layman, who's
Mhm.
working class, I would prefer to seek counsel from someone who got it straight up in the business world, as opposed to someone who got it from that lightning quick entertainment stuff. But then you were able to turn that into generational wealth. And I'm not necessarily trying to take away from the achievements of anybody such as Jay Z or Rick Ross. It's just to say that that's not my path.
Mhm.
So if that's not my path, I'm going to seek counsel from an individual who I think can more closely empathize with my path. And for me, that would be somebody who's more ingrained in the business world. Jay Z is going to talk to me about buying buildings in Dumbo and highbrow art, stuff that I have no comprehension of. I'm not already a millionaire or a billionaire. Like, people like Jay Z rap. Like, if you even hear Jay Z rap now, it's like Jay Z's rapping for rich people. I have no comprehension for any of his music anymore because he has reached a point of incomprehensible. He's reached a point to me that's so incomprehensible. I can't see that kind of a reality. He raps for billionaires, and the content of his music now is for billionaires and millionaires. I don't have a concept for that. I don't know what any of that means. I'm a middle class. I'm working class guy. I'm layman guy. And I don't have $100,000 to go to an art gallery and buy a piece of art that's going to appreciate over time. That's what he can do, and that's what people like Ross can do, and that's what they are on. I'm not on that yet. So until I get to the point where I'm there, I'd rather seek counsel, if I'm going to seek counsel at all, from somebody who I think can more closely empathize with where I am currently in life. Um, Otherwise, yeah, I don't even have to think twice. I'm taking the money and I'm not looking back.
Come on, man. You don't resonate with highbrow art. You don't resonate with. You don't want no Basquiat.
I don't own a Basquiat. No, I
You don't
wouldn't
want. You
even
don't want
know.
one.
I want one, can't afford one. Those people can afford a Basquiat. I can't even bid on an auction at an auction for a Basquiat, or what a Rembrandt, Jeff Koons. The only reason why I know these things exist is because I listen to highfalutin rappers like Jay Z and Pusha T. That's the only
Right.
reason why I know these things exist.
Right.
In the commoner layman world, I don't know what any of that stuff means.
Right.
So yeah, until I get to that point, I'm going to consult someone in business, like I said, if I'm going to consult anybody at all. But I am going to, above all else, take the money and run for sure. And yeah, I'm someone who knows Jay-Z's lyrics top to bottom, through and through. Reasonable Doubt, particularly all the way through the Black Album. So there's nothing. Yeah, I hear what he's saying. Like, if I really needed to be consulted by him in that regard, I'm probably just gonna go back and listen to that stuff. Now the guy's worth like $2 billion or whatever he's worth. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, bro. So yeah, I'm taking the money. I don't even got to think twice.
And that kind of like, yeah, like, that kind of proves his point in the sense of, just listening to him, because I don't know no Rembrandt is. I know the toothpaste. I don't know Rembrandt and all this other stuff you name, but that's what he's trying to get at is, yeah, we talked before about age appropriate music, and he's always been level appropriate music. So where whatever level he's at, he gonna talk about it like that. And he puts people in that mindset to where, you do feel like you can be in Paris. You know what I'm saying? So he does that well. And I think that's his angle. And hey man, listen to my music. If you want a conversation from me, that's not worth 500,000. But if you listen to my music and you get on these levels that I've been trying to show you and see each level that I done leveled up in, then you can understand the mentality that I'm going to tell you that I can't even tell you in one dinner. So take the money, make that money jump while listening to my music. Buy the albums though.
Yeah.
And so that's his point. That's what he's coming across at. And I don't disagree with that, you know. And so that's why I said, that seemed to be an easy layup. I think most people who are in their right space, like you said, that aren't in the entertainment field, that can't make this jump immediately, because for Rick Ross to even be in a position, this wasn't no hypothetical. He was literally in a position to be talking to Jay-Z.
Correct. Yeah.
So everybody didn't have that. So Ross was already at a level, like as you were trying to mention, he was already at a level that what is 500,000 going to do if I'm already here and I can talk to Jay-Z and he going to put me on, So at that point, the trade-off makes sense on that level. But yeah, I totally agree with that. So I still think it's to each their own, because there's going to be people out there that's a layman.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what all this stuff comes from. I don't know what it was this thing where somebody was like, oh, you would rather take $1 million? I'd rather have dinner with Warren Buffett so he could tell me how to make. Yeah, that's been some street thing that's been going around. So somehow it's been laid on Jay-Z. And, would you take a dinner with Jay-Z? Yo, of course, because the amount of game he going to put me on that I can't read in a book. Boy, please, man. So, yeah, they need to get a life, man. I'm with Jay-Z again. Damn it, man. This is 2 times. Are you trying to set me up here on a conscious approach, bro? Sit there agreeing with Jay-Z again, man.
Bro, yeah, bro. I got you agreeing with Jay-Z. I got me agreeing with Joe Budden. Like, the world is backwards, next I'm gonna be agreeing with Kanye and Kyrie Irving, well,
Oh,
Kanye,
yeah, bro. Don't speak too soon.
I'll be agreeing with Kanye. Kyrie is the stretch, but I'll be agreeing with Kanye.
Don't speak too soon, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'll take that back. I mean, yeah, I think the only reason why this is a question is because our current culture, hero worships rappers.
Yeah.
So there are 100% people who see a greater value in dinner with Jay-Z than $500,000, and I would say that those individuals need to sit down and reflect and reprioritize, because as high a regard as you may hold Jay-Z in, that's a $500,000. And there's no guarantee that what he's going to tell you is going to work anyway. But there is certainly a guarantee in physically being in possession of $500,000. So I would say put your worship glasses down. I know that he's, that he is who he is. If anyone knows who he is, it's me. Trust me. But
Right.
to have $500,000 in hand, that is a bird in the hand that is worth way more than two in the bush. And if all you have to do, $500,000 is enough in this economy to make a strategic investment that you can pretty much guarantee with relative certainty is going to reap rewards for you. Like, the economy is what it is up and down, is very turbulent. We all know what the state of affairs is with the dollar and all of that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But there are certain constants based on your market that you can invest in and know with relative certainty that there's going to be a return on that. And, very briefly, for example, I live in South Florida. South Florida economy comes and goes. It's very expensive. But if you can get in on the South Florida real estate market, it's almost a safe bet, because the influx of foreign money that's coming in here, and the influx of affluent people from up north who are moving down here, those are the two places that are driving the value of property in this town up so high, and why people who have been here for so long are finding it increasingly difficult to live here. It's why it's so expensive, because of foreign money, and because of people from other states who have money who want to live here because of the weather and the lifestyle.
Mhm.
So if you can get in, and all of those people need places to live. So if you can get in on the real estate market, and trust me, it's a very saturated market. So 500K can help you break through a saturated market because of how much money that is. So that's just one brief example. I'm not trying to turn this into an economic discussion,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, given your knowledge of your market, that $500,000 can be worth a ton if you have enough of a baseline knowledge on what your market is and the things that you can invest in given your market. That is going to take you farther than anything Jay-Z can tell you, in my opinion, because Jay-Z don't know much about Miami real estate, not that I know of. He knows a lot about a lot, but he ain't based down here. I don't think he knows very much about Miami real estate, not more than some other broker who owns a successful brokerage in Miami can help tell me about and help me invest my money in some, commercial real estate investment, or property, commercial real estate, and then there's private real estate, like, high-rise condo buildings and stuff like that. It's just knowing that kind of stuff and knowing how to invest your money. And so I'm taking the money. I don't have to think twice. But the reason why this is even a discussion is because you do have some people who worship these rappers, him being among them, and they would think that talking to him is worth more than physically being in possession of 500K. And I say that that's crazy. But like you said, to each their own, personal choice. If you want to take that dinner date, go ahead. I'm taking the cash.
Yeah, man. And just ask DJ Envy for some advice for this real estate stuff. And see if he can help you out a little bit, man. I heard he's pretty good with the real estate stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Touche. Touche. But talk to an actual real estate investor or a broker. Don't talk to a radio host or a DJ about real estate.
What is the world coming to, man? I can't
Hey
believe that
man,
stuff.
everybody eats their crow at some point. They about to get him on a Rico or something.
Yeah, they
Uh,
boy.
Shouts out to Envy, baby. Good luck, bro.
Yeah, good luck with that, bro.
Yeah,
And shout out
yeah,
to Jay-Z, man, making a lot of good points lately. I'm watching
yeah,
him.
yeah. Go figure. Oh man.